There were no one house that were not evidence for involvement in the military operations of Hezbollah.
Hello and welcome to Heroes of Zion, where I bring to you the people who were actually there. I don't give you misleading titles. I don't give you misinformation. I bring to the table people who were actually there and tell you what they saw, tell you what they did. And today's guest is Eliran Gafsou. He's a lieutenant colonel in the engineering unit in the IDF. And believe me when I tell you, he knows what he's talking about when he's talking about tunnels. He talks about the tunnels in Gaza. He talks about the tunnels in Lebanon and everything that has to do with the day-to-day life before the war to the people of Gaza and Lebanon. He tells you exactly what it has to do with the warfare from the IDF side and everything around the tunnels. If it's finding them, fighting in them, how they were constructed, the aid that went into the tunnels. And I mean, there's a whole lot of things. So listen to the podcast. And if you think this mission is important, please share this episode. Subscribe to the channel. And if you feel like you want to help in any way, shape, or form this mission, all of the links are in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Before the war, they thought the reserves, their duty will be after 3 weeks or 2 weeks of the main army that will be winning the war. I will call the reserves to do the finishing.
No, now we know the reserves are actually on the ground fighting exactly.
No
like
reserves, no winning. There is like I started the war with say no to a command. They told me to stay home. There is a lot of people in the north. There is a lot of mass. Stay home. I will ask you later to come.
You talked about people who do middle work. We saw the same bureaucracy and lack of thing on October 7th.
Yeah.
We saw the... So let's get to it. What... Were you called on October 7th?
So I didn't get a call. I get a call, the reserve call, the reverse call. They called me not to come because there is a lot of... my platoon, my battalion is... it belongs to the north, and because we in the army we had a big issue. We don't understand until I think the third day how big the event was in the south, but in the north they want to build like a wall of soldiers that no one will penetrate from the north.
We were expecting for Hezbollah to come in full power and try to join the war.
And I think in the first day there were like 10,000 soldiers only in the north.
Really?
Yeah. So
my team was going there as well.
A big mass. Yeah. So my officer told me, Eliran, stay home because there is a lot of mass.
Did you stay home?
No, I said I didn't tell him that I'm coming.
Yeah,
we had like a meeting in the night, a voice meeting, and a minute before the meeting, I was knocking on his door. Tell him I'm here. What is the new orders?
Yeah,
and he was like,
"What are the new orders?"
Yeah, he was rolling his eyes like, "Motherfucker." When the war, you just say no to my command.
Yeah,
you motherfucker. His eyes was very.
You started with the right foot.
And 20 minutes later, we started to receive orders. Send your fighters to here. Send your people to there.
Yeah,
and we start helping in this war.
Yeah, for the people who don't know, what does your battalion do? What's the main goal of your battalion?
My battalion is heavy duty tools of combat engineering. We specialized in building structures and opening fields and creating a more safer zone to fight from.
Yeah. So if it means booby traps and that kind of thing, clearing booby traps.
Clearing booby traps also. all the structures that you need to vanquish in your way and to create roads, logistics, where a lot of time we think, it's not important, logistics. If you don't think logistics, you will not have winning after 24 hours.
Yeah. What are the logistics for people who don't have any military experience? What does that mean?
Logistics is, for example, to create a new road, to implement, to give food to people, more water, to go to take back injuries. If you have, for example, a road that it's not straight, it's like this.
Yeah.
It could take like half an hour. If your road is straight, it's not so simple. If the road is straight, it will take 10 minutes. Remember.
That could mean the life of somebody.
Yeah. You have the rule of the 1 hour gold hour. There is like when someone injured, I think hard injured, you have the gold hour. If in this hour he will receive
treatment,
but good treatment, like hospital treatment of military hospital treatment or real regular hospital treatment. So his life can be saved. So it's very important.
So every minute counts. Because from the minute he gets shot until the soldiers can take him somewhere, and then you guys pick him up, take him back to Israel, to a military. It's a lot of things together that add up. Yeah, it's not just the 10 minutes of
every
the road.
operation, every big operation, they think about it, how we can take interest back, how we can fight more than 48 hours. Because it's called in Hebrew, beten. You take in the belly of the vesicle or your belly of the bag, you take more food and more water to succeed 40 hours. But afterwards, supply needs to get to you.
Yeah. People understand that as somebody who had to carry that weight, it's a lot of weight. You have all your military equipment and everything. And on top of that, enough food and water and calories to survive 48 hours when you're working out very hardly all that time.
Yes.
And you're supposed to function.
I think
it's insane.
There is a lot of we started with funny stories, a lot of funny stories about supplement.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
a lot of funny stories, And also we felt about on our flesh. Because, for example, in the start of the war, we were in the north. And the north border was changed completely because we didn't want it to be a front line. We wanted to be a secondary field.
Yes, the first one was Gaza.
We want only Gaza
and
save it as possible.
You guys were defensive, no offensive. Yes.
So the meaning was that we took from our border, we take back like 4 kilometers for full start. Sometimes more because the Hezbollah had rockets and they fired upon people.
But what does it mean that from the border you take 4 kilometers back? That's like a strip of defense?
Yeah, you had like red zones and green zones. The red zones, Hezbollah can see you, can shoot upon you. Green zone, you can be, it's okay, safe. You can save, don't drive too fast. Some places people cannot go any further.
People, you or civilians?
No, also civilians.
That was the time when we evacuated everybody from the north.
Yeah, but also for some people had their entire job or need to keep safe the business and stuff. So the army set a lot of military police that check the person while he needs to come through.
Yeah, I went to visit a winery that was bombed entirely over there in the north.
When we get to the
position?
No, not the position. The soldiers, the foot soldiers were near the border. They had to do kilometer and a half, maybe 2 by foot. And as we said before, by logistics, they sometimes had to do all the supplies from this and on by foot on their back. And it was very hard to see. And this is why also we had a lot of drive to work very hard for my soldiers to help them to build safer zones and to take more forward the places. For example, you understand from this side, this is where Hezbollah can see you. So in the night, we build like a wall from sand. Okay. Now they cannot see you. You can walk, go
all the way.
Or afterwards, you can be by a car. And for example, we build a very difficult road for at least almost 3 months. It was a big project for my battalion. It was different soldiers. And for a month, it took us. But after a month, they can drive freely. And before that, night operations, only by night, only by foot, doing stuff to take the Hezbollah and to make them check something else. And it was very fulfilling, It was like we didn't fight against the Hezbollah. We fight it to help our people.
Yes.
And it was very fulfilling. For another example, a lot of settlements in the north, they had only one road to get out of the settlement, out of the city, and the exit was in front of Hezbollah.
And so every time civilians wanted to get in or outside their town, their settlement, they had to pass through the line of fire.
Yeah. So in the first, Hezbollah said, no, we don't fire persons, we don't fire people. But afterwards, they this person, he helped the people, he helped the army. So it's also permitted to fire him. And they fired a lot.
They destroyed all of Manara. Manara is not a military base.
Yeah, we understand.
They tried to find any reason to just...
No, but this is why so we're very frightened and very frustrated because, okay, we need to enter to go out. It's something that you need to do. And we helped a lot of settlements to create a different road to go outside. And it's also, for if you have a problem, you don't want to have only one solution. So we created a lot of these lines, and it's helped them to be more safe, because in the settlements they are okay. They cannot fire them a direct fire, okay, from the artillery. They can, you cannot do something about it, but a direct fire, they were very protected. So after 4 months, we created a lot of roads, a lot of structures for our army to be more safe. It's something you don't think about it very quickly. You think, okay, it's a tank, it's very safe. But a tank that is going to up a hill, okay? If they can see him, they can fire at him.
Yeah.
But if you build upon the hill a 1 meter wall of sand, you protect him like 70% more.
Because he can still see and shoot, but they cannot fire on the body of the tank.
Yeah. And it was very important also for... And it was the first 4 months.
Yeah, that's all the defensive part before we did anything. Did you stay all the time in the north?
No, we were 4 months in the north.
Yeah.
And directly after that, we called to be 4 months in south, in Gaza.
Yeah.
Gaza. And
what was your objective in Gaza? To open roads and supply?
Open roads, supplies, to clear the area, clear obstacles, help in finding the tunnels, and
Help you finding the tunnels as well.
Yeah, of course. If you think there is a tunnel over here, you have your equipment. We have another units in combat engineering that they are specifically know how to find the tunnels. Okay, is the thing there is a tunnel over here. How you fighting this matter?
Yes.
So you need to surprise it a little bit. So you don't go from the entrance. You need to find. It's like if the entrance is over here.
Yes.
So you take several meters from the entrance, and you start to do a big hole.
You start digging down
a hole until you find the structure of the tunnel.
Yeah. Why don't you go from the entrance? You want to surprise them? What do you mean surprise them? I mean, I'm guessing if they see and hear you digging, it's not really a surprise.
First of all, they don't know where are you digging.
Okay.
And second of all, there is the tunnel. It's not a tourism issue. The tunnel is a combat tunnel. So
it's a what tunnel?
Combat
tunnel.
Combat tunnel.
Yeah.
So the Hamas will, if they will enter from the entrance. What they will do? They do booby traps and stuff in the entrance, and you don't want to be set them off, and you want to surprise it, and you take it from behind.
Oh, I mean, what you say makes sense. They prepare the tunnels not just to attack, but also they're defending their own troops. So they build the tunnels in a way that they can escape and kill anybody who goes into tunnel warfare. Is first of all, I don't think it's popular enough that people talk about it. It's extremely complicated.
Wow. Yeah, I think there will be a lot of how do you say it? A lot of researchers that will take this measure very important, because you take the military money and you use it for better tanks, better air force, better technology for combat intelligence, and they took almost everything for the tunnels. There were you remember there was in the media that one of the tunnels had inside the tunnel technology that were like in the Kiryat, a very high tech that they received from Iran, and they stuff it in the tunnel. This is where everything for them. There is a lot of tunnels, it's like kind of Minecraft of tunnels in Gaza.
Can you expand on how these tunnels look, how are they built? Because most people, when they imagine the tunnels, people don't usually look at the idea of footage. They just think the tunnels, they see like a little hole and they think they're like crawling like the Vietnamese people back then. Can you expand a little bit on how these tunnels are built, how they look, how they're structured?
I will try. First of all, you need to understand that tunnels, it's not something that is new. It's something that they improved. I think when I were a soldier, before I went being an officer, I was in Gaza. And I remember it was 2002, 2003. They told us all the time that if the Hamas is quiet, it's because they are digging a tunnel. It's something that you need to understand.
Yeah.
And they use it a lot in Rafah to bring stuff from Egypt. Yeah.
I remember when we went to Rafah and people told us, don't go into Rafah. And we found out so many tunnels. Does Egypt not know about it, or they just turn a blind eye to it?
I think they didn't
care.
No, they did care. I think there is a lot of issues with these questions that we asking these questions only ourselves now
Yeah.
to understand what is happening.
Yeah.
I think Egypt is a big question.
Yeah.
But
Egypt is another complex subject.
It's a very complex subject.
Yeah.
And we need to be very alert for this subject.
Yeah.
There is no naivety.
Yeah, I understand.
You know,
Yeah,
it's everything. If something, it's a rule for you. It's also a rule for me in everything. Also in politics, it's very easy. If something is smelling fishy, probably someone is making money from it, and it's good for someone.
Yeah.
So
it's not a mistake.
If it's not a mistake, probably not. Maybe 1%, 2% made a mistake, but not everyone. And you take this rule and this principle, and you understand. You need to think, okay, so who benefits from it in Egypt, and how we want to approach it.
Yeah. I deviated from the question. I was asking you to explain how the tunnels are structured, how they look, and we're going to politics now.
They have different structures. It's like a ministry. They have tunnels for transportation, tunnels for.
Do they actually have tunnels that can drive in? Yeah. Is that real?
Yeah, you see the videos. Big tunnels, you can move a car.
Yeah. Is that common in Gaza, or is
no? It's more in Rafah because of the sand.
Mm-hmm. It's easier to make tunnels over there.
Yeah, you can build more deeper because the water level.
Yes.
But and also it's relevant for their supplies in more middle Gaza, you see more tunnels of staying. It's like their safe zone, and it's connected. It's like branches of tunnels that is like, okay, I need to move something. I need to move there. And also they have tunnels of combat because, as I told you, there is tunnels that in the end of the tunnel, there is a bomb. And it's like, they will bomb on you. And afterwards, they like from the next 2 meters or 5 meters from the entrance, they will attack you on the ground to do a military ambush. As we can see.
We saw many times they're trying to lure soldiers into the tunnels, into the tunnel shafts.
Yeah. It's something that we're more understanding, but there is a lot of tunnels. There is a lot of issues, and we try to take it out of relevant as many as possible in our time.
But is there a specific fact about the tunnels in Gaza that you think the people should know, people are not aware of, people in Israel or outside of Israel?
I think, first of all, you need to understand the tunnel. It's not an humanitarian tunnel. It's something that is very cruel tunnels. Most of them are it's not cool because Hamas sees himself as a military, as a terror organization. It has these morals, okay?
Yes.
And you understand that tunnels, it's like a tank. This is something it's very simple. Think it's like a tank. So
for military purposes only.
Yeah. So if they have tunnels, it's not something that you have your homes, they have tunnels. You have an office, they have tunnels. No, the tunnels are for moving all the hostages. You see it, and they speak about it. Most of the hostages, a lot of hostages were been in the towns, not in good captivity conditions. There were tunnels that the main purpose were to harm people in Israel, harm the kibbutzes. There were tunnels to go through the border and to enter Israel by night.
Even in the kibbutzes, they managed to dig under the border?
They managed to dig. I don't know if under the border, but we're very close to the border.
Enough to take the hostage from the kibbutzes straight to the tunnels.
Yeah, this was like the something that we prepared to, and they surprised us that they are in the 7th October that they were by foot entering, and surprised us by the numbers and stuff.
So you had to dig into these tunnels. You probably saw a tunnel or two. Is there tunnels that you mentioned the word humanitarian, that it was clear that they used the humanitarian aid, the cement, the cables, everything they were given to build tunnels instead of homes?
Of course. There is a lot of references in the media. The cement were from where? A lot of cement, a lot of...
How much cement does it actually take to build these tunnels?
I don't know the measures. I'm not so specific understanding.
Yeah, not in numbers.
But a lot, because there were... but by the definition of this tunnel, how much is operative and important for Hamas, there were more cement, more structures inside. We see a lot of cables, and we don't, upon the field, there is no electricity inside the tunnels. They have everything. They invest a lot on the tunnels. We have a lot of these tunnels threat ahead of us.
Oh, still?
Still. Yeah. There is a lot of kilometers of tunnels in Gaza. A lot. So we still have a lot of work to do.
Even after almost 2 years, how big was this? How big is this?
There is a big issue. It's more easy to build the tunnel in Gaza from Lebanon, for example. But they invest almost
because of the sand.
Yeah, they invested, and they are very, when you do it for 20, 30 years, you're being more and more good at it.
Yeah,
and they set on it a lot of energy, a lot of resources, and now we have a lot of kilometers of tunnels we need to handle.
And where do you find these tunnels?
Almost everywhere.
Gaza is a relatively small place, but it's a big complex.
There is
place.
I like very much the Batman movie and Marvel serial and stuff.
Okay.
And all the time you see the Gotham City, and there is the sewer. It's like a big sewer, like a different map. It's like all the evil is downstairs.
And it goes all under Gaza?
Allah. I cannot imagine where is no tunnels. A lot of tunnels. It's probably there is not a tunnel like a road, a big road in because they don't find it relevant. They don't use it for transportation. For example, we need to go but for a combat unit, they have their tunnels. It's like, okay, this is mine. This is their tanks. And there were almost everywhere. And also, for the people of Gaza, they were like it because if you have an entrance for a tunnel, you give money for saving this tunnel operative. You give, you receive more electricity, you receive more funds and stuff for your saving the entrance to the tunnels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's... Now we know where that money's going to.
of course, there is, when we entered Khan Yunis, you think, okay, for us, I didn't been before that in Khan Yunis. I had the operations in Gaza stuff, but I didn't been before in Khan Yunis. And you came and you see a lot of wealth. Wow, it was like after every 3 or 4 stores, you see a jewelry store. They have a lot of money. The ones that were next to the Hamas people, the government and stuff, ruled Gaza. They had a lot of money.
Very comfortably.
But a lot of money, and you have like...
you're the first one who tells me about this. People have found, the amount of nice houses, mansions, and now that one of the trends right now with the Gazan people is to show how beautiful life was in Gaza before October 7th, and look how Israel ruined. But they don't seem to understand that they're showing right now exactly how beautiful was Gaza before. And they show you the jewelry stores, and they show you the car dealerships and sports cars.
This is very interesting, because they had the elections over there.
Mm-hmm.
And
in 2006, 7?
Yeah, but they also had, I think, afterwards. But the main idea for them, as I understand it, is to see how Hamas handling the stuff and how Gaza is beautiful, to ensure that in the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank, they will see that they need to leave Fatah and go to Hamas. Elect Hamas people. They will have prosperity and stuff.
They're trying to show the people in Judea and Samaria how Hamas is ruling very, very well in Gaza to try and elect Hamas also in Judea and Samaria.
Yeah.
I have not thought about that.
Yeah. And as I told you, there is a deeper thinking everywhere. Hamas were very... very smart.
They're extremely smart. Something that pisses me off.
Also, it's not. They have their. They have a lot of understanding of stuff. I don't know how you build this, but it's something that you need to take measure.
They are extremely smart. People like to talk about Gazans as these stupid people or people who like any agency. Everything happens to them. They don't do anything. But if something, we understand just from the Operation October 7th, they are highly organized. They are very smart. They can do research to levels that we couldn't even imagine. They are very able of organizing funds, money, construction, everything they're able to do. They're just using it not for the wellness of their own people. They're using it for power and for destruction of Israel, basically. Yeah. Because they are very capable of doing amazing things. Right. If they just put their minds to making Gaza great. Yeah. But I never thought about they're trying to set an example for Judea and Samaria. That's a new point that's very interesting.
Yeah, there is a lot of issues, big issues.
So Khan Yunis, you said, was full of jewelry stores. And even there you found shafts for tunnels?
Of course. A lot.
See, but for you, of course. For people watching this or listening to this, not of course.
I told you before, you have tanks, people. Almost all the armies have tanks. Mm-hmm. They have tunnels. It's like you cannot find a soldier that he's in Hamas that think of himself. When I have a call, I need to run to a tunnel. Yeah. This is my position, and this is how they fought. They go inside the tunnels. They want us to come in. They want to surprise us. They build all these fighting skills with these tunnels.
Yeah, but our tanks, for example, are in military bases. And military bases are normally outside of civilian places.
Of course.
Yeah. What's the weirdest places you found you had to dig to find tunnels? What's the most shocking place that you said, there's no way there's going to be a tunnel here? Or were you not surprised anywhere?
I'm not. I think I didn't been surprised, and I didn't surprised by the position. I think I was surprised like when we founded a tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. And then like I think 50 meters from there, a different tunnel. Why you need it more? Why? It's like, so why didn't connect? You know? And
they have enough people and money to build more tunnels without thinking too much.
So it's like, as I told you, we try to laugh at it. Okay, so you have it's like your different neighbors. Oh, this is greener for my. Okay, I will be the more. It will take 10 minutes, 10 meters more. But I think our officers they understand that how they think with the tunnel. So the tunnels were very important because they're based their strategy upon the tunnels. So when we found the tunnels, we understood how the tunnels goes. The officers said, see this operation, take the information from the technology, from persons we speak about, from the machine bat, and okay, this is the operation of the Hamas area, and now I will attack like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a lot of successes. I saw it growing, the understanding of our side how to manage it, and it was very good. It's very difficult now because there is. We said that Hamas is a smart operation. Recruiting. He's still recruiting people. It's very easy when you have.
They're still recruiting people today.
Of course, it's very easy. A person that need a cigarette, and they told him, if you will go until this position of the IDF, just be 10 meters from this position, come back, I will give you 10 cigarettes. He has like he thought he's received them $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And what he didn't know that but Hamas is knowing that the IDF will protect his border and will fire. First of all, will fire in the air, but
suppressive shots.
Yeah, but afterwards they cannot have anyone near them.
Yeah,
and they send people to do this, to attack positions, to attack the humanitarian aid that they are giving, and doing stuff, and people want money.
Yeah.
Some food.
Itamar was here. He's also
yeah, I know. I saw also on the field at Itamar.
Oh, you saw some on the field? That man is a whole character, and he told exactly the story that they were at night. They were looking at the goggles, and they saw a group of people crawling with an IED. They saw the cables. They saw the thing, and the man has experience. He knows how an IED looks. And they shot at them, and in the morning they saw there were 12, 13, 14-year-old kids, and they found like 100 shekels in their pocket. And it's exactly what you're saying. Hamas came and said, hey, just crawl at night, put this on the road, and come back, and here, 100 shekels. And the kids do it.
Yeah. It's the same stories that I heard from my father when he fought with the Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
That were the bazooka kids. You remember?
No.
They gave 2 kids a bazooka because one kid cannot fire a bazooka by his own. Small kids, like
because it's heavy.
Yeah, like 8 years, 7 years.
7 years.
I think. I don't. Small kids.
Yeah.
They give them money, but what is the bazooka kid? Because there is 2. There is a one that is taking the back of the bazooka,
mm-hmm.
and the fire when they fire the bazooka, they have
back.
It fires back. So. All the time, almost they kill the second kid, the bazooka kid. So this is no morality in this these terror units, and You need to understand that, and you need to understand with who is a tool for them. And it's like a daily work in your moral decisions, how to succeed in your operation and stuff. And
well, you saw Itamar Itam in the field. What did you guys do together?
After this battalion was released for several months, he stayed to help his brigade, and I give his brigade some of my soldiers to help them. And I saw him in the brigade operation inside of Gaza. And it was I saw him before. There is not a lot of battalion commanders, and he's a colorful person. He's a very interesting individual. So as a battalion commander, you're commanding on a few dozen people. Yeah.
How do people just leave their homes and come to fight a war that, like you said, you might not come back because they know there are going to be fatalities? It's not a given.
Let's think about the days before the war. Okay. You need to understand the mission all the time. There are, like, for example, the talks I had with my wife. I'm trying to do. I'm not the best in that, but I'm trying to be. And you need to understand why you are not in home. You have your job, for example, and you say, now I will be back late. I will be after the kids going to sleep. You need to give an excuse, Lama, for why you are doing that. And for calling persons to reserve time, you need to give them the meaning why. And it depends upon two major legs. Okay. The first leg is the mission, and it needs to be worthy for the time.
Yeah, worthy of the time. Yeah.
And not all the time people will understand that, but you need to keep
reminding them.
Not just reminding them. This is the story you need to tell, and to do the adjustments to them to understand. People, different people understand it differently. And the second leg is the brotherhood, the reut. It's the
unity?
The glue. It's the glue that the unit make a family.
They depend on each other in the end.
Yeah.
You need to trust on each other when you're going into such a survivally situation.
Yeah, it's very important, because in our kind of work in the army, it's like you can find yourself with just you and another person, with different soldiers, because in the D9, for example, is two persons, the officer and the warrior. That is operation of the D9. Two persons. You can find yourself with a whole battalion, just two of you, and you can find different friends from your unit after several days. So you will be alone. And this is how we understood the war before that. And we all the time prepared for this area, that they know. My people in the battalion knew that when I will send them, I will do everything that to understand they have everything they need to succeed in their mission. I had, for example, as I told you, I have different stories, different visions. And there were one day, I think also when I were with the brigade of Eitam, I sat with the brigade two couples. It's like two D9s.
Yes.
Four soldiers. And I were in a different unit that were looking around to understand what is the next mission. And I were very close to them. And as they opened the road to see there are no obstacles and stuff, they fell down with their D9, with their daughters, to a hole, sewer, kind of sewer, and it was a big one, and like a D9 is like
it's like a big tractor.
It's like
a tower.
Yeah, and it was like
it's 5 meters tall.
Yeah, and it was like a meter down deeper. So the head of the dozer were a meter down the hole.
Underground.
And they called it in the radio, and because I were near, I heard that. And I had my an intelligence officer. He was with me. You don't travel alone. You try not to travel alone. He was with me in this road, and we told the persons that we were with them, okay, listen, something happened. I need to go. Just tell them that I'm going there. And we started to run. And my soldiers tell me that it was very surprising because they had a big issue, and they had different soldiers that make them safe in this area, but they were front. And we had lucky because I was near and I understand it very quickly. And it's like 3-4 minutes after they fell down, I was there. And it's like you see your friends. You don't think, where are you?
Yeah.
And I told my officer that the officer that that had with me, okay, look around that everything is okay.
Yeah. Cover me.
And just pull down and try to started to pull them out from the hole.
Yeah. By hand
and to run away.
Yeah.
As quick as possible. You don't know what is happening. You don't know in the first few minutes. You don't understand sewer, tunnel, but you don't understand what's happening. You know that they are very vulnerable.
Yeah. And danger can come from any direction.
Yeah. And it was and it was like something that it's very fulfilling that you helped your people. And
they know you have your back.
And what are you doing here? It's like, you? But it was very, very fulfilling and very very quickly that we managed to take them out.
Yeah, it's not just your responsibility for your soldiers, your people. It's like you said, it's the brotherly. When you're in these places, you're a family.
Yeah, but it's something that I think also Eitan told about it, that you all the time giving commands. People in the military, in the war, okay, it's more easy to not fulfill your order, okay. As I said before, it's like I took it to the next level. As I said, I said no to my officer. You
declined the first order.
Yeah, but it's not it's not a direct. I'm very good soldier. I didn't say no exactly. I told them I'm coming. I managed to do something that
you're a lieutenant colonel. I'm sure you're a very good soldier.
As I said, you see politicians. You give yourself some savings that if someone will say, okay, you had a mistake here. I say I have my insurance. I told him I will come. Okay. But I saw it several times that it could happen very quickly that they will not complete your order. It's very important. You cannot be an office. You cannot be a battalion commander if they don't take your commands very seriously.
Yeah, they have to trust you and they have to know.
It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting because in our way of work, it was, as I told you, you send your troops everywhere.
Yeah.
And they have new officers and new commands, and you still want them to take your orders and keep it in their minds.
Yeah.
Even if they receive different stuff. And I think when we fought against the Hamas, this is something that Hamas was very frightened of, that they will have someone that will not go through with their orders. So this is also why they use the tunnels. They are soldiers, they are terrorists, were like disconnected from everything.
Oh, so they couldn't communicate from each other.
They cannot communicate too much with each other. Only the big commanders.
Yes.
And when we get to some of them, and they say that if they knew you took hostage, for example, like a platoon commander, and he said, I didn't know my battalion commander. He surrendered like weeks ago. If I knew, I would surrender also. I didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
So they know this is something that they prepared, that they will have this problem, and they disconnected everyone.
Yeah.
I think this is something that were very important to me also, and I try to be my best to be everywhere they need me, even to make them food.
That's important. I mean, you need to be, in a way, some kind of a parent figure to them as well, for them to trust you. So you're here. We're talking a lot about the values, important values for a commander, to soldiers. We talked about 2 legs, but I'd like us to zoom out for a second, because we find ourselves in a place where we have to defend the Zionism or the Jewish state, not just physically or militarily in Gaza and in Lebanon, but through our words in advocacy. And I mean, that's what we're doing right now here.
Yeah.
So what are the values that you think are most important for people now who are not just in the military, outside the military, when dealing with these 2 fronts?
First of all, before that, I want to say that Gaza is a front that you need to understand that it's not a regular front. I think the public awareness to Gaza, it's a front that we need to handle more with more measures and more resources, and this is something that's very important.
What kind of measures in Gaza? So with more measures,
I think we need to use everything to spread out the word what is happening over there, and
all the world's eyes are right now in Gaza,
but in a different way. It's very difficult. For example, when you had your surprise attack on Iran, it's very difficult to change the how you see this picture. And if you saw the movie October 8th, you saw it, and it's very interesting to see it when you are abroad. It's upon what's happening in October 8th in United States, and you see that Hamas were prepared in United States with different groups to control.
Oh yeah, Colombia went out to protest on October 8th or 9
They
while there were still terrorists inside of Israel against Israel.
They were very prepared for this act. They were prepared.
We're talking about how they prepare for the act of attacking Israel, but not just on the border of Israel. It was all together. There's also proof that they already prepared South Africa to sue Israel before. I mean, it was all these fronts at the same time.
Yeah, and this is why we need to be. This is something we need to be better. I think the military is more prepared for it now, but we still have way to go. And I think that the picture, you cannot see it the same way by different morals. If someone is trying to give you reasons why you are the bad, and you are trying to understand how can they speak about it when they attack us, slaughter hundreds and thousands of people, took hostages, in civilian hostages, as a bargain chips, and when they understand they cannot handle these bargain chips, they did horrible things like the Bibas family, for example. And you understand this is something that you cannot read the same. And when you see they're trying to make themselves right, and you are trying to understand how it's possible, how, for example, persons from the
LGBTQ community supporting.
It's not supporting. It's more of that. They are very active in this company.
Yes,
trying to understand how it's possible. And I think, I'm sorry that, but Hamas is laughing about us, laughing about them, and they understand it. Yeah. As we said before, there is some smart people over there, and okay, we can see you have their identity issues, and we can direct message for them, and sales. It's a sales issue.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It's not just that Hamas is laughing at it. People actually went to Palestinians to ask them what do they think about the queers for Palestine. You have this creator called Zach Sage Fox, and he went to the West Bank, he went to Judea Samaria and started asking Palestinians, what do they think about the queers for Palestine? They all say, we don't like it, don't come over here. And, I mean, they said no. There's another man called Gil Schuster. He has a project called the Ask Project. He goes, you know the...
I saw, maybe not exactly this one, but I saw it all the time.
They actually go, they ask people in the street, and they tell them, we don't like gay people.
But what is the problem? The problem that these persons, they sell themselves. Their identity is like, I'm with Palestine. So you cannot harm this identity. You cannot make it wrong for them because they are very direct on this message.
A lot of people like to say that facts don't change emotions.
It's more that it's not emotions. It's the
identity.
Way of life. Yeah. It's very
frustrating.
Yes. And also you see there is, for example, the politicians, they are counting the votes. So even if they know this is bullshit, for example, they understand they have opportunity to win if there will be more with them, for example.
They're playing the game. They'll say whatever they want to hear to gain votes.
But this is the problem with our morals. we don't understand that all these issues that you say, okay, for the greater good, I will do something that I'm not fully comfortable with, but there's something that is building off, and you need someone, for example, like Trump, that it says, this is bullshit. I'm not comfortable. I'm not going with it, and I will take it off. For example, the how we manage the
ICJ, the International Court of Justice.
Yeah, like in the ICJ, that it said, okay, you are stupid. You think we are stupid. No, I don't have these borders. It's something that is not working with me. Cut it off. And this is something I have. First of all, it's like a big measure, but it's like we need to. You have, for example, you have in democracy, you have representative, דמוקרטיה מתגוננת.
Okay.
You have like when democracy want to
defensive democracy.
Yeah, they want to defend themselves. They have measures of defensive democracy. It's like you have your borders of democracy. It's like now in Israel we on what, for example, Ayman Uda can speak or not, the member of Knesset, where we can defend our democracy that will not be too much democracy that will harm.
Yeah, where are our red lines where freedom of speech and safety of the country don't cross each other? Yeah.
So after we said that, for example, after 4 months in Gaza, we had time to beat ourselves from again in our homes and the jobs. And meanwhile, my staff, we were prepared for Lebanon, and we understand Lebanon will be different. And when the operation חצי הצפון, North Arrows, or Operation Northern Arrow started, we were surprised by how much we were right, because my unit has one of their advantage that we were lack of resources. Okay, so we had a lot of time. We need to imagine what is happening. So if you don't something, because Lebanon were very top secret issues, so only several units were new a little bit, and this is new a little bit. So no one had the big, in our brigade, no one had all the picture. Maybe only the brigade commander. Okay, so we need to imagine what we will think will be, and we told ourselves that we understand. We read books, we read stuff, we understand how they think. We know, for example, Kfar Kile. These were the Kile settlement near the Kile village. Kile village near Metula
on the Lebanon side.
Yeah, there's a village, and that will be a big opportunity for Hezbollah, and they will prepared for a battlefield in this village. But when you see people, you see stuff. How it's possible?
See houses, stores, a normal village.
Normal village. How is possible? You see a person go to work. How is possible? there were no one house that were not
Military means.
evidence for involvement in the military operations of Hezbollah. All the houses.
Every single house.
Every single house.
What do you mean when you say involvement? Like, what do you guys find there?
You think about opportunity. I told you what we understand.
Yes.
After what we found, I understand Hezbollah thought like to attack Metula with a brigade, at least a brigade. So think what the resources needs to a brigade to fight, to attack a village like Metula. Add more stuff, and that was
and all that was in Kfar.
All of that was in Kfar.
Underneath the houses, inside the houses.
Inside the houses, underneath, in tunnels. They had one tunnel, 800 meters tunnel, that were until 50 meter from the border. You can see some of the.
And that is a mountainous range. It's a lot of rock. It's very hard to dig in there.
Very hard. Their tunnels were more tactical tunnels. Okay, for example, you have a big house.
Mm-hmm.
One house were for the equipment. Okay, they have the equipment in their different house where with the tunnel that they can move around. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the tactical tunnel reserved for a combat position in different house that is were big and they can fire upon. And
so they have a better view and they can fire from there.
So yeah, and what they wanted to be that when the attack of Israel, they thought, okay, they will surprise attack on Metula, for example.
Mm-hmm.
There is other villages, but Metula was like a flag for them. They will kill person, and afterwards they will take hostages, the same as Hamas, and they want that the Israel army will enter for this kind of ambush. They have a combat zone that they control. They have their tools, they have their tunnels, they have their positions to fire, and they want to build a firebox upon the soldiers. Not they were their thoughts not on the first one that will be attacking. Okay, they want to save it for different troops. The second and the third troops that will be entered. So they will fire upon the rare troops that are coming in, and you see everything, the pictures of the Hezbollah, and you see, wow, thousands of rifles, shotguns, grenades. We saw.
The IDF published some of the footage from Kfar, and you see boxes upon boxes of just more equipment and more, like you said, grenades and ammunition and RPGs and missile launchers and everything. I mean, they just published one tunnel in one house.
The exhibition, if you remember, I think 4 months ago, the big expedition that to see everything from and a lot of them is from Kfar and
well, I was invited to the exhibition.
Yeah, so there is a lot of I think
so
almost enough to create a battalion from our side that use their fire. Yeah, this is how much.
And they were preparing this not after October 7th happened. All of this was already dug and prepared during peacetime.
Yeah,
because we were not in war with Hezbollah or Lebanon.
No, when you will be in Metula, for example, and you want to buy you want to buy olive oil, for example. You have a neighbor 50 meters. You can see his house. Okay.
In the Lebanon side.
Yeah. Before the act. Okay, you can see his house 50 meters. There is hotel. There were hotel.
There was an hotel.
There was hotel. Five levels hotel.
Yes.
That every person in Metula can see it. So if you want to travel this area, you can be in this hotel. Why to set on something that Metula doesn't have hotel?
You're saying the mentality in Metula was, why do we need the border? We can just cross. We're neighbors. They didn't know what they were thinking and doing and planning.
No, we were new, but we didn't know how right we were, how right we were, and how far they go with this. You understand? You know,
so the thought for peace was more of a hope.
Yeah. If you see the Metula mayor,
I
don't remember his name. I saw him a lot in the Operation North Arrows. He's like saying all the time that the military was like the three monkeys. I don't want to hear, I don't want to see, I want to speak about what is going on in the Lebanon side. And when the war started, they asked all the time, handle this problem. There is a big problem over here. Handle this problem. And you understand that we prevent a horrible attack possible from Hezbollah in this way, because if we go through with their planning, they can go in the back of the village and then 800 meters go in a tunnel. If you missed them in the act before, you cannot understand they are going inside the tunnel, and 50 meters in the same farmer house that could sell for you olive oil, because he have olive trees, and he has like a big barbecue stand, and you see a wealthy person.
Yeah.
But he had also a wealthy tunnel, 800 tunnel from him. They want to be like a battalion in his house, and by surprising you from 50 meters from your border. 50 meters.
That's insane.
Insane. It's insane. In this particular front, we had a lot of luck also.
Yeah, the fire Hezbollah didn't also enter by foot.
Yeah, when I were in the, you give in the you had how to say. You have conclusions, not conclusions. You have after the operation, you're gathering around and everyone.
You go through everything that happened, and
and you want to let's see everyone and let's conclude this operation with good thinking and good things we done and bad thing we need to improve. So I asked them to write down that God was with us. We had. It's not just luck. We had, God was with us, and we saved a lot of times, and we had a lot of time that we managed to find stuff that were. I think, for example, we found a rocket launcher on a vehicle inside the farm. 100 meters from the
ready to shoot,
and we took him like almost not harmed at all in all the attacks. So even the flights and stuff from the board that scan everywhere, they cannot find it. And these were very fulfilling acts that we took in the Lebanon side. I want to say that one of them was very fulfilling for me, that north to Kila village, there is a Christian's village. I don't remember his name, but we need to find it. It's very important. The army told us we are now going to a special operation, a very sensitive operation. We don't have nothing against these Christians. Don't fire them. Don't harm nothing in this village. Even the Hezbollah fired them on them because they want to say that we harmed.
Yeah, they want to make us look bad.
Yeah, but we were. It's what, like, after it was like for me it's like 10 months of fighting netto, and then they say if you see someone on the other side, it's okay. How I know it's not Hezbollah? How that it's very, very difficult to understand how to approach, but it also were very important because you can find hope in this act.
Yeah,
we were very. It was more difficult to us to operate because we cannot enter here. We cannot use this road. We need to go over there. And I had one time that I led.
Yes,
I led one of my troops in a dozer by the road, and it was a narrow place that you have house here and house over there, and it was very. It was also we needed to in this act. I don't remember why we need to move in daylight. So you are very
open. Yeah, it's not typical. Army normally moves at night.
Yeah. But so I try to we try to do our best, and from one of the houses someone came out that should let us know I'm here. Wave at us. Yeah.
Leave me alone.
We waved again. Okay, and we
continued on.
And it was okay. It's good that we are not. It's good that we are very focused on our mission and trying not to do nothing else.
Yeah, and it's also important to say that she trusted you enough, seeing a foreign army, to go out and say, "Hi, I'm here." Because I don't think the people in the kibbutz would be comfortable enough to go to Hamas and say, "Hi, I'm here. Please leave me alone."
No? And I have Christian friends in Israel that they look upon this action in this area, and it was very important to them. They needed to know that we will keep their religious stuff, and we don't harm what is not needed.
Yeah, Lebanon was supposed to be a Christian safe place, haven in the Middle East. But so,
one more story.
Yeah, let's go.
One more story that is related also from my perspective to our real fight. In the start of the war, I didn't look nothing. You had all the Telegram videos and stuff. I said that I want to keep my my soul more stiff. So I don't want to see what is not needed to make decisions. I understand what happened, how cruel and what we need to do. And I also didn't look upon too much who is helping us or not. I understand Biden that helped us in the first, and it was good. But afterwards, it was not so simple to give a green light to protect ourselves and to win this war. And one of the moments, we had a lot of. You understand that we have a lot of donations, It started from the Israel people. It's not in this war, also in the wars before, that that even we pay taxes and it's go to the army, and the army needs to give everything to these soldiers. Our people understand that there is not enough. All the time there is not enough. So all the time the Israel people give us a hug. And we understand that this war was not only for the army. I saw people that lost families and stuff, giving themselves to the soldiers just win this war. When we were in Metula, the 5-6 persons that are saved, stayed there from the community said, "What do you need? What we can help you?"
Really, people really came
and
to help you and aid you.
Everything. What do you need? So it started from Israel, but very quickly from abroad, Jewish people helped us. It was like a brief. A wind brief in the Fauzi days that you came out from Gaza and you have a barbecue. You ate tuna, cabanos, meat,
the preserved
meat and stuff, and then you go out and the finest meals that
people really came forward and donated.
It's not it's the wares they are giving to you and the hugs they are giving to you.
They recognize your effort.
Yeah, so it started with the people of Israel, and then it's moved to the Jewish community, and we saw that different communities, not Jews, that doing stuff that is hugging the Israeli people in this difficult situation, this war. And I had an opportunity. I had lucky. My friend were sent to speak with Christians abroad, and she got to a channel called Daystar. Is a Christian channel. His base is in Texas, but is all around US. And when she was there, she gave some examples from what we are handling, and as I said before, we had the lucky to be with not too much with we were lucky because we don't have a lot of resources, so we need to be very initiative all the time, to be
using whatever you can, the best you can.
So we spoke about what is going on now when we have them in Gaza and what we gonna be handling in Lebanon. We understand that we will send to attack Hezbollah, and we had a lot of we were short with a lot of major things that made everything easier. For example, drones that we entered more efficiently to the army during the war, and vest and specific uniform that is more accurate to we are handling, and Daystar heard her. And then they want to understand more what we are handling, and they decided to take us as a project. We understand they did our research, what we are doing, how many people, what we need, and they gave us almost everything we asked. Around $1 million.
Oh wow!
around $1 million of equipment.
That's incredible.
Of defensive equipment to my soldiers, and it was very fulfilling for two sides. First of all, as a civilian, you see that you supported and believe in you, that you are in the right side of this war, in the right side of the history, and you need to fight. We are fighting first of all for us, first of all for our people. We don't have, we will not exist if we will not win this war. But more harm and more evil will be in the world if we will not win this war. And people believed in that and helped us. So this one was like, okay, it's very good to know that, as we said before, you understand the mission, you understand the mission is way more bigger than we understand. We are fighting a historical war. The second one is as a battalion commander. You know, when you need to send, and in the first day of war, I sent people with not the best equipment, and you understand that you send them and it's not good for them. But this is war. You don't have something.
Another option. Yeah. You need to do whatever you have.
In the start of the war, we don't have enough cars to handle all the missions. So we ask ourselves who willing to use his car, and we raise money to give to the fuel. And this is how we managed to handle like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And the army didn't know how to handle it. I said, okay, so maybe don't take this mission. I said, I cannot. I see what we are doing. I see how we helping the people. Why he will stay in the holes and these behind trees with not good supplies. And if I can help him, just taking my several fuel money, several hundreds of shekels, I will manage. If I will not receive, I will give it myself. After I think a week or two, we had a combat event. Some of my soldiers were hurt, and I felt bad before the event because I saw them with not the best equipment, and I just ran out. First of all, as a leader, I understand I need to be more secured. I just go and bought equipment. It was very difficult, but I managed to find supply that is giving a good equipment. I bought for myself, I think around 10,000 shekels. I said, okay, this is my hobby. I want to be the best in my hobby. I will. It's
you will
okay.
manage, yeah.
If I were in the IT, I will buy a new Mac. No, I will buy a military equipment. Okay, and we managed to get some more on the way, but one shot after the Daystar helped us. We received all this equipment, like
everything you needed.
Everything we needed to win this our missions, and it was very useful. The willing to fight. You said about the willing to fight. The soldiers, my soldiers, understand we kept our word in our contract that we will take care of them. We give them the best equipment that they don't need to buy for themselves. We give them the best equipment and more. And they go to war with a lot of difficult decisions to take. You know, for example, we were fighting a lot of farmers' tools. Okay, take excavator, not.
You were using farmer tools to do your missions.
War. Yeah. We took farmers' tools. We took an excavator that is not and military ready, and we use it. And we were like, it's like driving with a big structure that they can fire upon you. Mm-hmm. And we take chances every day to win this act. But we manage to think about all the time how we do it more safety and stuff. But in war, you take chances. Yeah. And one time, they fired at us several times. But one time they hit one of my soldiers. He hit his excavator. All the excavator won't burn fire. As I said, God was with us. And he was lightly injured. Mm-hmm. The equipment that he had also helped him. But there is nothing like...
nothing happened to him?
No, nothing like... we understand that we had lucky and God set his hands and said no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And this was one big event, but... Mm-hmm. We had a lot of luck in these sections, but this thing were after we finished the operation and we received good recommendation about what we did. I had the opportunity to go to Daystar. I surprised them. I told them I want to come to them and to say thank you, and they said they didn't have it before. That someone here received a donation from them. They're doing all the time. They did a lot of other projects also. And they donate to kibbutz and donate to other stuff. And they said no one came to them to say thank you. And it was very important. I said it's also in our Jewish community to say thank you. It's something, it's a mitzvah to close the circle. I wanted to say that they saved at least one life, but more because we had the passion to win. We more depended one on another. We understand we can be better. And also, when you are looking good, you're feeling good, and you're winning. You're more winning. So it was very good. Something also to me to say that it's not something that it's not okay. Because Daystar is a big operation. $1 million is it's a big thing, but for a person that donate maybe $10, it's not okay. Yeah, $10.
But the overall,
but you need to know is they save lives. They helped us. Is what they meant to donate to, or directly go to, and helped with the
operation and the war
more than they thought.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Eliran, we are running out of time, so I think we actually covered everything that I wanted to talk about. So now we have some followers that sent a few questions, so let's do a flash round, okay? Quick question, quick answers. Let's see. For how long have you known about the tunnels, and why didn't you get rid of them before?
I think we didn't know how much the tunnels are operative, and we thought if they are way back, it's not too much a threat for us. Yeah. Okay, it's something over there. It's not near the border. Yeah. We thought our border was safe.
You don't know how much of a threat it actually was.
Yeah. And this is something that is also connected to the 7 October mistakes that we had.
Yeah, one of them. What surprised you the most about these tunnels that you did not expect?
The amount. I understand there. As I said before, it's almost everything, and it was very effective. For example, we entered the area that is we search around. There is no tunnels over there, and we stayed for a few days. But there were a tunnel a few meters over there, maybe 50 meters, okay? A structure of a tunnel. And I understand where the troops were. So they digged connected from the tunnel, and they came out inside our troops.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is how the you understand that it could surprise you every time. You need to be
everywhere every time.
You need to be very aware for this.
Okay, what's the scariest thing that happened in a tunnel, and what is the weirdest thing? Let's start with the scariest thing.
Scariest thing, I think, when I saw people, soldiers entering very fast to the tunnel, because some of the tunnels we knew connected to hostages, and we want to save them, and you take risks. You have seconds when you enter the tunnel until you cannot reach everyone, because they can close some of the path, and you cannot.
They have blast doors. They close. Yeah.
So it's like you have this kind of tunnels. It was scary to me when the person, because it could be everything. They can wait for us. They can surprise us. I think, but the soldiers that entered were very, very prepared. They were very good soldiers, and still, it's very frightening.
Yeah. And the last question: how do you handle fear?
With laugh. I try to laugh.
With comedy, with humor.
Yeah.
It's
with humor and with friends. I'm trying to be very open with my soldiers and my fellow comrades, and to speak about things. And this is how they can see also you are human, but you can see yourself as a human. And I think the harm that we're doing to our soul, to our mind, is less harmful.
100%. So, Eliran, thank you so much for coming over. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Project. It's very important.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to my conversation with Eliran Gafsou. Now, you have more information from a first-hand testimony, from a man that was there, saw, and did. Not from a second-hand source, not from a explosive title. So now, when you talk to people, when you advocate for Israel, when you meet friends and family, you can actually give information, real information from somebody that was there, for somebody who did, somebody who saw. And now we can make better decisions that affect all of our futures. If you like this podcast and you think it's worth a share, please share with anybody you think would be interested in listening to this conversation. But what would help me the most is growing this mission. I need more people to help me out with this, because sadly I can't do everything alone. And I would like to give you an episode every single week. So all the ways you can help, you have the links in the description below. Go check them out. Just go check them out. Click them. See if it suits you. Thank you so much. I'll see you again next week. I'm Israel Chai.